I want to create a database that we share amongst ourselves with information.
Yes.
Because I think we struggle. We don't have a union, and I think that's really
Such a
been
huge thing.
hurtful for us. You know, I can go to the conservatory if I can't afford to take acting classes because SAG has a conservatory. And I think with comedians, we need that. But I want to have a database so that you know, these are the bookers I know here. They're email. I give everybody's information. I don't care. I'm like,
Same.
here, you email this person. If they get mad, let them get mad. Ask for forgiveness, you know. But I think it's important to share information.
I think people in general see this as not just comedians, but it's like a zero-sum game. I've got a partner who's pretty high up there in film world, and we've been pitching. And I thought like the Indians would be like helping us. And I was like, we're getting more traction outside the Indian community. And I was like, now, not people our level, but people above. And so I was like, you know what? It is what it is. And I told her, we're going to raise this money ourselves. That's totally fine. Absolutely. That's the path that makes you stronger and adds to your character. And I see that in your work. Like, and I'm sure you get this a lot, like the rawness of it, which is what I love.
Thank you. I used to get ridiculed for it before, but it's just who I am. I think 𝐸𝐶𝐸 said something that was really valuable. She said, network across. Don't try to network up.
Yes.
She said, network so that you can grow with your team and your crew. And I think that was a very valuable piece of information.
Chelsea, you guys did that. I think it's like networking across. You found like your friends and you partnered and collabed with the people that are next to you, and then you become.
Yeah. And you know, it's such a cliche. You hear it in school all the time, like work with your friends and make something. And actually, so Alan and I, we met in college, and I actually felt so honored that he reached out to me to create content together, because he's been creating for a minute. I think maybe like 1 or 2 years before he worked with me. And it was just like, anytime I get a chance to, you know, work with my friends or just like come there for the work, be professional, and then a natural friendship, you know, comes to fruition just because, you know, you're like comfortable and you see each other and you guys have good intentions. Like, that is always the gold standard.
But Chelsea, you're also an asset to him as well. I don't think you understand that. Even like here, like you're so like punctual, you get back to me right on time. The professionalism is so important.
Yes, I definitely.
And you're good on camera.
Thank you. Yeah, like I like really respect people's time, and when I know that someone believes in me, like that is like the best like gift they can even offer. And so when I'm there, I'm like, I will be the most consistent, the most reliable, and the most helpful person. Like in the beginning, it was just me, him, and one camera person. And I remember like taking initiative. If I see I need a light, then the light needs to be shown here. Or like there's a prop that needs to be here. And I'm always offering and always seeing opportunities to make the best thing. And it's, you know, for like his story or whatever video we're trying to make. Because I really don't feel like, oh, I'm me and like I'm here. I'm, you know, I just feel like, oh, I'm of service.
Nice.
And I mean, you know, it's just, we're also like, I have to remind myself like I'm a small speck in this big world. And you know, being a little girl from Malaysia, coming all the way here, having gone through so much rejection, I'm like, I'm just happy to have a seat around the table. Yeah.
Can we just like copy you, clone? Like, are we at the clone stage yet of life?
I know.
I'd love
Wait, are
to,
you
like,
millennial?
I'm Gen Z millennial.
Oh my God, there it is.
As they call it. But you know what's great about that is that like, this is what I've always found is like the hardest thing is you can find collaborators, but collaborators who are as committed as you are, right? Who care about some, like if Tarun hits me up, I know if I come here, it's his product, but me being on top of my game helps his product. And like, you have to be as committed to that because if you don't, that's where I've found like one person is just pulling all the weight and somebody else is just like around, but you going like, hey, I'm going to correct the light.
Yeah.
It means that you were as invested, even though it might not have been your original seed of an idea.
Yeah, like 100%, you know, like I come from a collective mindset and, you know, trained in a conservatory where we function as an ensemble. So we're very hands-on and like, you know, I also come from a basketball background. So we're always like, if there's a position that's open, you just fill it without having to like say like, hey, no, go over here. You know, you just do it when you can see and
You're flowing.
Yeah. And people have blind spots too. So as a teammate, you know, you got to like fill those blind spots and you never really have to tell them like, oh, I did that for you. You know,
Yeah.
did you see that? Like, no, you just do it. And sometimes, you know, you just put your head down and work and it just happens. Things happen.
I'm just gonna find people who are athletes and went to a girls' school.
Good luck.
Let's just find those people. Hey, we're looking for you.
Hey, sorry to interrupt. If you like this episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Thanks.